might cut them all with the call for the big chase.
And they're being called in. Starter's still got his flag raised and he's let them go. They're racing. Away they go then. Roman Destinam was rather caught flat-footed towards the back then. The Caspian Caviar Gold Cup is underway and Frodon touches down with a narrow advantage at the first of 17 fences. He won the race 2 years ago. Last year's winner, Guitar Pete, in the grey on the outside, is close up with Baron Alco right there as well. Touching behind in fourth there is Cepage with Mr. Medic and Rather Be. Then on the inside is Casablanca Mix. Catamaran de Soy on the outside, the dark blue jacket. Foxtail Hill, the red with the white disc, follows. They go over the third fence. And just towards the back at this stage, War Sound together there with, on the outside there, Cobra de Mai. And as they race on towards the end of the straight part of the track, they turn left-handed and head on down the hill now. Already what looks to be a pretty generous pace here in this Caspian Caviar Gold Cup. Right up there, Frodon with Bryony Frost taking Baron Alco on in his own game here. Baron Alco, who made all the running to win the Bet Victor Gold Cup, races on the outside of Frodon with Cepage behind them. Guitar Pete wider is the grey. Just on his inside then is Mr. Medic with the dark blue jacket of Catamaran de Soy. On the inside, Rather Be, who's trapped there by Casablanca Mix. Foxtail Hill, Cobra de Mai, War Sound and Roman Destinam is at the back of the field. So they've all survived the first 5 fences now. Slightly longer run before they leave the ground again here as they come up the home straight in the Caspian Caviar Gold Cup. Baron Alco on the near side together with Frodon on the inside. They come towards it now and touch down together. From in third place, Cepage in the hands of Charlie Deutsch. On the inside then is Mr. Medic in the white jacket with the red sleeves. Catamaran de Soy right there as well. There's a huge leap there by Frodon. Just watching the others get over it nice and safely, which they do so. And as they leave us now and race away from the grandstand, Frodon leads his old rival Baron Alco by about a neck or so. Cepage 2 lengths away in third. Then a gap of 2.5 lengths to Mr. Medic with Catamaran de Soy, and Rather Be comes next with Guitar Pete on his outside. Foxtail Hill in no hurry in the red jacket, followed then by Casablanca Mix in the hands of Nico de Boinville as they get ready for the first downhill fence. War Sound towards the rear still with Roman Destinam. Baron Alco touched down in front there narrowly. There was a mistake at the back by Roman Destinam. They move on towards the water jump, which is at number 9, Baron Alco and Frodon. A touch of deja vu here as they approach the water from last month's Bet Victor Gold Cup. In third, Cepage. Mr. Medic is next, and then just behind these leaders in 5th place then is Catamaran de Soy with Guitar Pete following as they approach the open ditch and clear that in style. At least the leaders do. Just watching at the back there, struggling, is Cobra de Mai, who's losing touch with the main group. They go towards the last fence on this part of the course. Baron Alco in tight, Frodon the better jump, regains the advantage again. They're still clear, these two, by about 5 lengths from Cepage in second. Mr. Medic and Catamaran de Soy, and last year's winner Guitar Pete the Grey on the outside. Then a break of 2 or 3 lengths to Foxtail Hill as they take the open ditch over on the far side, and they're all over that safely enough, but already becoming a little bit strung out then as they go towards fence number 13 over on the far side of the track. This is 5 out here. Baron Alco. Oh, we made a mistake there. Frodon the better jump from Baron Alco in second place. Third, Mr. Medic is travelling very strongly into it for James Best, and he's followed in 4th place by Cepage, who's always been there as they get ready for the final 4 fences. Catamaran de Soy, Guitar Pete, Foxtail Hill creeping into it all the time. Dreadful mistake by Mr. Medic, but a great recovery by James Best. He'll need to regather though as they race on down the hill towards the last 3 fences, and Frodon and Baron Alco having a great old ding-dong here as they approach the third last. Cepage waited with behind in 3rd place as they go over the third last together. Mr. Medic is recovering well to challenge again on the inside. They're racing down the hill. They've got quite a run before they get to the last 2 fences in the Caspian Caviar Gold Cup of 2018, and Cepage travels strongly on the outside of Frodon as Baron Alco gives way in 3rd. Mr. Medic in 4th, Guitar Pete 5th, and as they approach the second last, it's Bryony Frost and Frodon from Cepage and Charlie Deutsch. They race up towards it it now. Nothing between them. Frodon just ahead of Cepage. Another big leap there by Frodon, who races up towards the final fence. He leads by 3 lengths. Cepage has got to pick up again. Here's the final fence now. Frodon is over clear from Cepage, and they're about 10 clear of Guitar Pete and Frodon. Clear up the hill inside the final 100 yards, is going to come back here and win the Caspian Caviar Gold Cup for the second time in 3 years. And he goes on to win by a couple of lengths. We're rallying Cepage in second place. It was a good effort by the runner-up, but Frodon, a great performance with Bryony Frost. Third then was Guitar Pete, and Baron Alco gallant in fourth.
What a marvellous performance from top weights and jumping so well, going so nicely for the rider who gets so much out of him, the best out of him. Bryony Frost has won the Caspian Caviar Gold Cup chase on board Frodon for Paul Nicholls. Cepage has chased him all the way to the line. He's even gaining as the line approaches, but not quite able to get there for Charlie Deutsch and Venetia Williams, and those two have finished a long way clear. He was always out in front, Jonathan. He was swapping the lead with Baron Alco. It was much like the sight in the Bet Victor Gold Cup, but this time Frodon has come through to win, and what an electric jump at the second last, saying he'd got plenty left.
He's a magnificent jumper. I mean, he really is, and he's done everything right all the way through the race. He's seen off Baron Alco, the old rival, and in one sentence, that's what I call jockeyship. I mean, that's this just horse and rider in tune, and she's just got the absolute best out of him without having to go berserk or do anything silly. So in the end, he's given everything he's got, and she hasn't been hard on him in any way.
Yeah, it's a beautiful partnership, the two of them together. He answers Bryony across every call, does Frodon. Back in third, last year's winner. A good run from Guitar.